You are listening to Hands at Work audio.
Meanwhile in Africa.
Meanwhile in Africa.
In Africa.
In Africa.
In Africa.
Meanwhile in Africa.
Meanwhile in Africa.
In Hands at Work, the last 8 weeks, we spoke a lot about repositioning yourself, finding your rhythms, and making sure that you are relevant and making an impact wherever you are, especially when there are tough times, especially in times of uncertainty where everybody's looking for answers. Somebody that has done this so well is Cara, an international volunteer from Australia, who chose to stay in Mozambique when the lockdown took place. There were opportunities when she could have left, but she said, I wanted to stay and have an impact. Cara ended up being locked up in a house in Chamoy. She could hardly get out. And I think she may have wondered, why did she stay there? Well, she positioned herself brilliantly. And in this time, I phoned Cara and I said, Cara, we need relevant Bible stories to encourage people and show them that God cares, especially in tough times. And Cara sat down and she put together some of the most amazing Bible stories, showing God rescuing His people in tough times. Well, it ended up in Oshuk in South Africa, in the heart of one of our children, a boy who was rescued himself. He heard how God cared for Israel in the toughest times. And this boy is normally a very shy boy, but his heart was so filled with this story from Cara that when he went to the key point, he shared his story to all the children. Not only were the children so encouraged, but some of the key workers actually wept after they heard the story because it had such a big impact in their lives. And one of them, and I quote, it felt like there was an angel in the room. I don't know what happened, but it became all warm inside my heart. And I started having so much more courage because I realized that if God cared for Israel in these tough times, He can care for us and our children. I want to encourage you. Find those stories in the Bible. Make it your own. Share it with people. Now is a good time to bring hope and life. And what better hope do we have than the hope that God's Word promised us, that He would rescue us when we cry out to Him.
www.handsatwork.org